Hey guys, what's new? It's your plug Legitsky back with your fix for Halo gameplay and commentaries. In this game, we're headed back to the sand dunes for some fun under the sun. And like the title suggests, it was a hot and sweaty day. The teams are me, sSyphoN, Spree, and KuKu versus B11, Celtics, GunsReloaded, and GoonGunner. Now please, find your seats, as the show will begin now. So, I'm gonna grab Drainer, and I'm gonna push, trying to kill the guys going for overshield, as contesting the overshield in the beginning is pretty much the only push that goes on, other than the two choppers fighting. So I'm gonna nade over. Unfortunately, GoonGunner gets the rockets, and he takes them over to their L, so I'm not able to kill him, but we are able to get overshield, and we start to push. So one mistake I make off the bat right here, guys, is I don't push with my team. So they don't have a chopper up, and we do. But I made the choice to stay back on my base while we had an overshield guy pushing, a rocket guy pushing, and like I said, our chopper rotating from the left, putting shots on them. Why didn't I push, you might ask? Well, first of all, my mindset wasn't really in tune with pushing at the time. The problem was Spree doesn't have a mic, and although Spree is a god in the chopper, like one of the best chopper players, I think a chopper user that's very vocal and explains where the guys he's shooting are weak, or when the guys he's shooting are weak, is so crucial that, to me, without that element of communication, that, you know, translation being lost there, I felt like I just couldn't push confidently knowing where to look and where to shoot guys. So, for that reason, I decided to stay back and play a little passive. And ultimately, like I said, I feel like it was a mistake and I should have played more aggressively, but this is a good game and we won, so it's not a huge deal. So I do kill Celtics across the map there, and Spree is trying to stay alive. It's important that you take care of the chopper guy off the bat, because if they have a good chopper user on the other team, you can potentially have a guy behind your base in a fucking Harley-Davidson with 2 brute shots attached to it, shooting down on you on your spawns and in your base. So it's important to take care of that with a missile pod, or potentially a good rocket user, maybe a power drain depending on how close the chopper guy is. Generally a chopper user will play passively in order to get shots down, but in most cases you'll have guys trying to push up and get a few kills here and there, because it's kind of boring sitting back and just blasting people. I want to talk about the teams real quick. Teams are cool. You know, I love playing with sSyphoN. That's one of my role dogs. Spree as well, KuKu as well, so I felt really confident with this team. I don't know if teams were necessarily even, if I'm totally honest with you. That's just how I feel. But regardless, it was a fun series. We ended up getting the 3-0 on these guys. I might put some of the other games on YouTube, but I felt like this was a game I wanted to share sooner than the others. But good games to these guys. It was a lot of fun. But anyways, right now I'm trying to push up and help sSyphoN a little bit. I'm using the carbine because I'm getting good registration with it. So I had to grab that bubble and burn it, try to get a little more leverage. So GoonGunner is getting melted, and I managed to kill him, and then I traded with B11 bottom mid before I die. B11 was playing on TTV B11 because his main was jacked, it was hacked, it was taken, it was compromised, whatever you want to call it. Kind of unfortunate, but I'm glad to report that B11 got his account back, his main. So, good for you, B. I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad you got your account back. Anyways, so right now these guys are trying to push. They've got overshield, and they're trying to overrun us right now by throwing down bubbles, giving them a little bit of leverage to push inch by inch into our base. Right now I'm putting down shots. Again, playing a bit passively right now, but I'm fulfilling my role of being the insect on top of the base, which is a role that is very crucial to a successful Sandbox team, because although it's not necessary all the time, it's a role that comes in handy, because if your teammates are dying, they have a safe place to spawn. You're not going to have your teammates spawning, you know, on the L or potentially near top mid. Wow, one grenade killed me there. Insane. Croucher is guns reloaded, by the way. Great nade by him. That was kind of bullshit. One grenade killed me at full health, but whatever. So GoonGunner grabs their chopper and he's pressuring, but anyways, like I said, I'm trying to be the insect on top of the base, putting down shots, cleaning up kills. I know Guns is being that guy burning our missile pod, so we can't kill their chopper, which is pretty smart. It's a good play, but fortunately, sSyphoN, who was in the chopper this time, does die, and sSyphoN does play with a mic, unlike Spree, so he was able to vocalize with us what was going on. Nothing against Spree, though. Like I said, Spree is a monster in that chopper. It's just hard to figure out what's going on sometimes when the guy putting down shots on everyone doesn't have a mic. So, it's whatever. Right there, I kill guns across the map. Still playing like an insect, playing a bit passive, cleaning up B11 here. I want to give a quick shout out to Josh Bowser, or Fade. He actually designed a pretty cool gamer picture for me that I've been using. You might see it on my YouTube channel as well. I use it on YouTube, use it on Xbox, use it on Grindr, use it on Pornhub. Just kidding. But yeah, it's a sick pic, so shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. And I want to give a big shout out to my 500 subscribers. We hit 500 subs. Thank you guys so much for the support. That means so much to me because you guys are helping contribute to the big support of classic Halo that is desperately needed right now by the franchise. So thank you guys so much for that. Right here, make a good play by flipping Celtics. Make an even bigger play by throwing a drainer instinctively. I felt like Celtics was going to survive there, so instead of just trying to kill him, I tried to play it safe there and drained him because I knew he would get out and try to drive away. Right here, I don't know what I'm doing, just kind of jumping around, being weird. There's B11 there. B11, the beast, sticks me. Shout out to B11. So I know someone's going to be asking about B11 in the comments section. People tend to talk about B a lot. Let me just answer the frequently asked questions I know I'm going to get. Is B11 really that good? Yes, B11 is. B11 is easily, in the 11 years I've played Halo, one of the top 5 best Halo players I've ever played in any Halo. Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Reach. B11 is a fucking monster, dude. So, yes, he is that good. That's pretty much actually the only question I can really answer for you. Why is B11 so good? I know you guys are going to ask this. I'm not trying to ride him or anything. It's just B11 is just, you know, he's like the poster child for good Halo players. But why is he so good? Well, the kid makes a lot of big plays. He doesn't miss when he's hot, and he's very unpredictable. B11's movement is so interesting to me. Like, the kid, he positions himself in different ways that, you know, to me, comes off as both plays that an intelligent and seasoned player would make, but also plays that a player who is trying to outsmart their opponent would make. Plays that are, like I said, unpredictable, hard to read, and his movement, his positioning is so interesting sometimes. It's very hard to counter that, so B11's definitely a tough player to beat. You can kind of tell the way teams were set up. I mean, you had to stack sSyphoN and Spree against B11 to make teams a little more fair. Right here, I trade with Croucher, who is guns, and I don't know how Spree got the kill, but whatever, I'm happy to get the assist there. I'm not doing too bad right now. So I got a terrible spawn top mid. As you can see, that insect roll is so handy, having someone in the base, because since no one was there, I spawned top mid and I died. So that's why I stay back in games like this. I'm not trying to be a bitch, I'm not trying to be a stat. I'm trying to play the role of a guy who can both spawn his team and help his team at the same time. It's not a fun role, don't get me wrong. Is it an easy role? Depends on who you ask. So we got a few guys in the bubble here, and I'm hanging out. I think it's an easy roll. There's your answer. Looking for that missile pod, end up grabbing it. It's right here. I know I have pressure. I'm trying to make a play, trying to play like KuKu or fucking I am very trash with this missile pod, and that doesn't really go anywhere. So Guns and B are in our basement, and we've now actually lost the lead. We actually had a pretty decent lead on these guys, and it's starting to falter a bit. And right now, I'm trying to get away. I'm calling out to Spree, flip the map, get away. Spree dies, and I'm next. I don't know why I turned around there. I thought maybe I could help Spree out, but that wasn't really the best play to make there. Lucky for us, we do get the greatest spawn in the world. That was an extremely lucky spawn, and had that spawn not occurred for me and Spree, we may likely have not won this game. So I kill B here, and I'm going for those rockets, but of course, B11, that guy, is walking around with an empty rocket launcher and stacks, so there's a reload on the rockets, and I die, so god damn it. Whatever, though. No big deal. I'm going to rotate down. I'm going to try to kill GoonGunner, who's here. Looks like I wanted these rockets a little more, though. So I'm being a little selfish, kind of foaming for those rockets, but get a nice rocket off one guy, and I rotate, get the second guy, so that really wasn't the worst play in the world. Looks like B gets a good look on me, though, and he cleans me up, so that was kind of annoying. There are 2 rockets down top mid. It's good to communicate with your team, what's going on with power weapons, and pretty much anything that's going on the map. If you see guys that are weak, you gotta call it out. You gotta talk to your team. Sandbox is such a large map, but such an open map, that letting players Excuse me, sorry, I'm a little sick, guys. I apologize for that. But anyways, letting players get away half shields or weak can oftentimes be discouraging because if you have good teammates that can listen to callouts and have good positioning, you can get easy kills that way just by making kids weak and calling it out. This is a fundamental that often applies to every single map, but this map on Sandbox tends to be pretty crucial because of how competitive and sweaty this map is. Like, look at the score, 42-42. We're constantly trading kills, constantly going back and forth between tying, losing the lead, gaining the lead. It's a very, very high energy, very high impact game. So, as you can tell, I'm having a lot of fun. But, anyways, we take the lead here. Putting down shots. My BR is not really doing a whole lot to Celtics there. So, I'm watching out for sSyphoN, trying to help him out. I see that they're trying to run a hog, so I let my team know. And Spree ends up killing Celtics, and I'm keeping guns as weak as possible for Spree to push and clean up, potentially. We got a Drainer, so I'm trying to push up and maybe get a couple of kills with this thing. I see B's over here in the ribs, and sSyphoN ends up killing him. And then Spree, who is looking okay right here, has a bubble. I, for whatever reason, push, trying to grab those rockets. Again, getting tunnel vision on power weapons. Not a good idea, guys. You shouldn't be so focused and fixated on power weapons that you lose sight of what's going on. What I did there was a very bad play, honestly. So we're only up 2. I do grab these rockets and I rotate back up. sSyphoN does kill GoonGunner out of his chopper, and I'm now looking for the last kill, which I see, and I get. And that's a wrap for this week, boys and girls. So this match, I finished with 18 kills, 10 deaths, and 12 assists. That's positive 8 with a contribution to 30 kills total in a close game. That's not too bad for an idiot with sand in his shorts. Thank you all so much for viewing. Your support means a lot to me and my channel. But more importantly, like I said earlier, you are directly supporting Classic Halo in the process by supporting this channel. Thank you so much. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and drop a comment below and share your thoughts as always. I'll see you guys next week with more Halo content. Later.